For the cheapest Madden coins available, check out my sponsor One Stop Mutt to start building that God Squad you've always wanted today. Use code WAZ to get 15% off your order. What is going on, guys? This is Wizard of Waz here with another Madden 21 video, and today I've got a coin method for y'all that you can use to make coins during this Ultimate Kickoff promo. Now, this is going to be working more than likely during Part 1 and Part 2. I assume Part 2 is pretty much going to be the same as Part 1. If so, you'll be able to use it in Part 2 as well. Like most methods, it's pretty good right now, and it'll probably get worse and worse and worse as more and more people do it. But then when Part 2 comes out in about a week, it'll become good again. There'll be new cards, it'll influx, it'll help with this coin method. So definitely we're going to revisit this one in about a week when Part 2 comes out. Before we get into that method though, if you are new to the channel, first of all, thank you so much for watching. Second of all, if you are enjoying my videos, I make a lot of coin method videos, market talk, things like that. I'm a no money spent squad. So if you are enjoying my channel and everything, consider subscribing and leave a like on this video. That would help my channel out immensely. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, the support recently has been awesome. We're over 1,700 subscribers now, which is just great. So thank you guys so much for the support as always. So this is a really simple way to make coins, but it's really efficient. Basically, you're just going to go to the auction house here, go to the program, and of course, you want to always check prices before you start one of these, just like I say in all my videos, because prices could be changing around. Now, you're essentially going to be flipping the Ultimate Kickoff card. So there's three different qualities you want to be looking at: the 81s, the 83s, and the 85s. The 81s are kind of the ones that I go for the most, and I'll explain why that is in just a minute. But if you go to the 80 to 81 and you filter by Ultimate Kickoff, you'll see they're selling here for about 12,000. You go down 3 rows, which is generally my rule of thumb, about 12,000. You can probably sell it for 11,950, no problem. Just undercut everyone. But if you actually go and take off this Ultimate Kickoff filter and you're just filtering by 80 to 81s, just do this for the 81s. This isn't going to work as well for the 83s and 85s that we'll talk about. But this gives you all of the elites and everything, so the prices are actually going to be a little bit different. We saw pretty much the max that we would be able to sell an 81 for on the other filter was a 12,000. But if you look on this one, some of these are up at 12,150, 12,250, 12,300. Because everyone's buying up so many 80s and 81s, specifically these Ultimate Kickoff guys, you can definitely sell probably the third or fourth row down, which means about 12,250. I would do 12,225. Always undercut whatever price you want to sell for by just a little bit so that it puts your card in front of the other card there. But generally speaking, a lot of, you can see this one here sold for 12,000. This one down here sold for 12,350. People are buying up these cards to complete the set to get Byron Jones for Weekend League right now. So this is something you can take advantage of in flipping these cards. So when you're going and looking for them, always go and look at the 80s to 81s. If the 80s to 81s are selling for a little bit more, then again, when we filter down by the Ultimate Kickoff, it was a little bit less. Because if you go 3 or 4 rows down on here, they're still selling for about 12,000, maybe 12,100. You're losing a couple hundred coins there. It's not that big of a deal, but it's still something to look at. Now, when you're looking for good snipes, just for the 80s to 81s, it's going to be a different thing for 83s to 85s. I actually wouldn't filter by Ultimate Kickoff. So let's say that we can sell 80s and 81s for 12,150 after tax. That's 10,935. So I kind of aim for around 1,000 coins profit each time at least. So anything sub 10,000 is basically what I'm looking for. Now, I wouldn't actually go and filter by just the Ultimate Kickoff guys, just because right now, yeah, you can find some good ones, but you're going to miss all of the non-Ultimate Kickoff guys. So just for the 80s and 81s, I would do your regular filtering, your team by team, looking for anything under 10,000 and all that good stuff. So I mean, of course, go and look at some of the Ultimate Kickoffs. You got teams like Jets, Texans, Chiefs, Titans, Seahawks. I wrote down a couple of them there. If you want to go do that, let's go. I know the Ravens have one. See, 10,150, that's not bad. That's about an 800 coin profit, but I kind of just look for anything 10,000 under, maybe 10,000. I'll snipe. It just kind of depends. You're always looking for that return on your investment, your ROI. You want it to be as much as possible. I mean, I had about 480,000 coins before I started this video, and it's just gone up from there. So you just going down, basically, guys, just looking for snipes, looking for anything sub 10,000. And of course, the more people that are doing this method, the harder it's going to be. That's why it gets worse and worse. But when Part 2 comes out, be aware that we're going to get another influx of these cards. People are going to start doing the same thing, and before everyone starts putting out videos and all that stuff on these methods, you can go and you can make some coin off of it, because go and do essentially the same thing, assuming the Part 2 of this promo is pretty much the same as the Part 1, which I think it will be. Then you're going to be able to make coins just the same way, but this is going to be more profitable because the Ultimate Kickoff guys are going to be selling for more at the beginning, and you can do the same method with these same filters and all this stuff. So right now, not really finding a whole lot in the 80s to 81s. I'm kind of just skipping around randomly. Usually when I'm doing my sniping not on a video, I'm a little more methodical, and I just kind of go through each. Here's one, 98.70. Let's see if I can buy them before somebody else does. Okay, Okay, so I did miss that one, unfortunately, but, you know, it is what it is, because everyone wants Clyde Edwards-Helaire right now after the game he had last night. But that's just kind of how it goes, guys. Just go and look for snipes on the 80s, 81s. Not really finding a lot right now, but just to show y'all, just before I fired up this video, these are all the ones that I was able to get for 10,000, 10,100. Couple under, so you got one for 89.50. You always have stuff like that that's dropping under, so that's really what you're looking for there when you're flipping these cards around. Let's get you go and check the Bucks. Let's go to 80, 81 and go to the Bucks, because LaShawn McCoy is one that's definitely been falling under a little bit. I got that one for about 9,000 coins, and the prices actually look like they're going up a bit, which is good. So definitely make sure you check your prices before you start this method, because you might be underselling if you're just using the prices that I give you. Always go and do that before you start it out. But not really a whole lot right now, not a whole lot of great snipes. Again, anything sub 10,000 is a really good snipe. Here we go right here. If I can grab this one, 99.50. And then I'm missing it. There's a lot of people on it right now. I would actually recommend doing this on the mobile app. That's what I did before. That's how I got a lot of my snipes. Mobile app's just a lot faster. So once you're done with the 80 to 81 filter and you found a couple, or you just not having a lot of luck there, you can move on to your 83 ultimate kickoff. Just like what we do with the 80s and 81s, go to this main filter here to look for your base prices, because these are going to be more expensive. Then when you filter down, you can see here they're selling for about 24, going all the way down to 83s, 24,750 would be pretty easy to sell it for. And then when you filter it down by program, they're probably going to be selling for less on this filter, so you don't want to use this filter to base your sell price. Yeah, we're seeing under 24,000 here. What you want to be sure of when you're stepping up to this 83 and 85 level, they're going to cost more to snipe. Even if you find good snipes, they are going to cost more, so make sure you're getting a good return on investment. You don't want to be just sniping for a 1,000 coin profit, because you can get 1,000 coin profits pretty easily on the 80s and 81s. So let's say you're able to sell these 83s for 24,750 or so, based off the prices we're looking at currently. After tax, that's about 22,275. So you want to be sniping for about 20,000 or less to try and get a 2,000 coin profit. Because if you're only going for a 1,000 coin profit like you were doing on the 80s and 81s, why not just invest less money? You could do that twice on the 80s and 81s, get two 1,000 coin profits instead of one. So you want to basically double. Depending on how much you're investing, you want to double how much you're potentially getting in return. So always keep that in mind. So for these guys, basically you filter by the team as well. Go and look at the teams. I haven't written all these down, but you got the Browns, you get the Washington football team, the Jags, Pats, Raiders, all that. Just go through the teams and everything and try and find good snipes. For these, I would go for 20,000 or lower. And again, if you're not finding a lot of good ones, then drop it back down to the 80s and 81s, all that stuff. We actually give pretty good right here at 20,000. This will give me a 2,000 coin profit. I actually did win this one finally, and of course it's going to make me sell it after I back out. Do this on the mobile app, it's a lot faster. I'm just doing it on the console for illustration purposes. And then stepping it on up to the 85s, basically the same premise, but it's just going to be a higher price point. You can sell them right now for about 55,750. After tax, that's 50,000. So again, you're investing a lot more coins. Make sure you're getting like 3,000 or 4,000 return on investment on these, so you want to be sniping for about the 45,000 coin range. But that's pretty much it, guys. This is a pretty simple one. I just wanted to get it out there for y'all so that y'all can know, especially in part 2, it's going to be one that you can do again. People are going to be selling these and buying these for a lot more expensive because they're trying to complete whatever master we get, assuming part 2 is the same as part 1, but it's still something valid you can do right now just for smaller profits. But if you just continue doing it, maxing out your auction house with 20, it's going to add up. But anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think about that one down in the comments below. Flipping cards, it's always a good method. It's just a really good time to do it right now with a promo and all that. And again, part 2 will be another good time. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video and leave a like on it. Again, thank y'all so much for all the support and for watching. And I hope y'all did enjoy that video. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one.